How's it going? Welcome back, my beautiful sinners, to another great and majestical video here on The Savior Show. Praise all glory to the sun gods, because that's right, today is the official release day of Cyberpunk 2077. At least it is where I am, which is the UK. I am a British gentleman, did you know? So of course I have to wait an extra day, because being British sucks, and therefore everything that we have in life pretty much sucks. That's just the state of being British, okay? Anyway, welcome back, my beautiful sinners, to another great video here on The Savior Show. If you're new to the channel, please do subscribe. I would really appreciate it as a small independent creator. Helping me just get to that 5,000 subscriber mark would mean so much to me. And if you do want to listen to original cool music, please check out the music that I make on my channel and download it on iTunes, Spotify, Apple Music, whatever. Links will be down below. Any support is highly appreciated. Now, today, that's right, I'm going to review the Cyberpunk 2077 game, but actually I'm gonna review the reviews of Cyberpunk 2077. That's right, so a little bit of an interesting twist for you, because if you're not aware, if you haven't been following Cyberpunk 2077 like I have for the last year or so, okay, I make music for the game pretty much, but I also have followed, of course, the game itself because I am excited to play it. In fact, I just downloaded it now and I'm going to be playing it shortly. So today I'm going to be talking about the reviews of Cyberpunk 2077, and if you're not aware, the reviews for this game have been pretty crazy, okay? Now first, let's just start off with the controversy, which is of course GameSpot. Now, as you may know, mainstream journalism is pretty much dead nowadays in this world. You know, there's no such thing as, just objective journalism anymore. It's all biased, it's all, got hidden agendas, it's all got, well, it's not even hidden anymore, it's just obvious that these, companies, these media outlets just want to push an agenda, usually a progressive agenda, and that's pretty much the state of our current world. And yeah, we are pretty much heading into the future of Cyberpunk 2077. We are living in a dystopia, mass corporations taking control, and mass media being, more powerful than government pretty much, and the fact that they just lie constantly and spread misinformation. I think most people nowadays don't trust the mainstream media and are looking to independent media creators, and I think that's a good thing. But anyway, this is on a small level because I'm just talking about a game here, but still, it just shows you, like, they're not trying to improve the mainstream media, they're not trying to improve journalism. It's still just as bad as it was a year ago. In fact, it's getting worse. But anyway, if you're not aware, GameSpot released a terrible review for this game, and it turns out that the person reviewing the game, this woman reviewer, didn't actually even play the game. She didn't actually do any journalism herself. First of all, she wasn't a fan of RPGs to begin with, and if you're not a fan of something, that's kind of a biased review to begin with. If you're an uber fan of something, that of course is a biased review as well. You need someone in the middle who just enjoys games or enjoys whatever they are reviewing, but not to the point that they're biased, or not to the point that they are overly hyped about something, and of course will just give it a good review because they love the genre or whatever, the RPG format. But anyway, she didn't actually play the game. It came out on record that she even admitted herself that she didn't touch any of the side content. And if you're not aware, with Cyberpunk 2077, it's very important that you play the side content because, this game's meant to be all about choices, and apparently you only really get choices that, basically influence the main story if you actually play the side content, which is a little bit interesting. We haven't seen that in games before, so I'm excited for that because it will be different. But first of all, let me just say this, my sinners, okay? If you're not aware, the first day of release has been absolute chaos, okay? Because, first of all, I don't like companies, the developers, not, having a embargo saying that people can't actually show the gameplay, because they knew that it was riddled with bugs, which is very disappointing because I've just purchased it and I'd rather play a polished game, even though there is going to be a day one patch, but I don't think it's going to solve all the issues. But that's very scummy of companies to, hide a product and still, hype it up to the point that they want all these pre-orders. And basically, it's the same thing with No Man's Sky, with Fallout 76, they hype it up so much just so they can get money, and I think that's a scummy thing to do. And to be honest, I did think CD Projekt Red were amazing, and now they're, like Bethesda, they have kind of dipped a little bit in the morality zone, and they're not so trustworthy anymore because they clearly just wanted to hide the fact that Cyberpunk 2077 is very buggy on release, which is very disappointing, okay? But at the same time, the people who are reviewing this are trying to push their agenda. The mainstream, companies out there are trying to push their progressive agenda. There's always progressive articles and reviews saying that, this game is too bleak and too dystopian. Well, that's the point. It's supposed to show a reflection of the future, and people are saying that, it's too gritty and edgy. I hate the word edgy because pretty much anything that they disagree with they class as edgy. But they obviously don't like the fact that there's a bit of misogyny in it, which is obvious because it's not trying to be a progressive little snowflake world. It's trying to show you what these characters are actually like. I mean, having everything push in a progressive agenda defeats the point of art. It defeats the point of making something creative. Fiction, writing, films, gaming, anything like that. If everything just follows the same agenda where we all have to be progressive and we all have to push forward these forward-thinking ideas, that's not realistic, and that's so stupid, and it defeats the whole point of, creating something fictional and fantastical, and it just, it's just so stupid. They just want this agenda because they want a one-world organization, a one-world group thinking mentality, and that's what they want. They just want all these big corporations and governments to be in control and everyone to follow this progressive line of thought, and I for one am sick of it. So I'm glad that Cyberpunk at least didn't go down the route of being super trendy, okay? But at the same time, I am disappointed, okay? Because A, it has a lot of bugs and the company has been trying to cover that up, which is very sleazy. 2, they've only given out review copies to a few people, and of course now it's too late and everyone is playing it and they've realized that it's actually quite buggy. 3, they hyped it up so much and the community hyped it up so much to the point that, no matter what it is, it's not going to meet your expectations. Even I fell into the hype a little bit, but I do realize it's just another open world game. It's going to be on the same lines of GTA, Red Dead Redemption 2, still amazing games, I'm hoping, but it's not going to change gaming forever, which is what a lot of people hoped, myself included, but it's not going to be that, okay? And 4, all these reviewers just pushing their agenda onto it, which is just so stupid to me. And number 5, my biggest disappointment is, because this is a look into the dystopian future, which we are heading towards. If you're not aware, I talk about dystopia a lot on my channel. Check out my dystopian series. But in this, they're not actually answering big questions or asking big questions about, what it is to be human, having, cybernetic implants, and having, corporations run the world, which is pretty much what's happening right now. Instead it's more of a character-focused game, which is cool. I do like that you just thrust it into the world, but I would have liked if it was more, focused on asking philosophical questions, but it's not. At the end of the day, it is just another open world RPG game, and people have so much huge expectations for it, it's just ridiculous, okay? And the fact that, the gameplay probably won't live up to most people's hype, because it's not going to be like, even I imagined it to be a little bit more next gen, and, more like, Bethesda, where you can go up to different characters and ask them different things, but apparently, it's actually quite empty, and there's only certain NPCs you can actually interact with, which is disappointing, but still I'm excited to play it just for the world building, everything like that. But just let me stress this, okay? I'm reviewing the reviews of Cyberpunk 2077, okay? This is my review of Cyberpunk 2077 reviews, okay? Because I haven't played it yet. I'm not gonna push out a video because I'm not a scumbag pretending I've played something, because I haven't yet. But, I do want to review it soon, but I probably won't because, by that point everyone else already has. But I just think that, everyone is hyper-focused on this, game and content, and everyone is just, pushing out these reviews, pushing out all this misinformation just because they want views and money. And, these companies like GameSpot, who are supposed to be, at the top, are just pretending to play the game and spread misinformation. And to me, that's just absolutely disgusting. And that just sums up the modern day age of clickbait journalism. And to me, it's just disgusting. And I think that people who review Cyberpunk 2077, and even if I do my review of Cyberpunk 2077, people actually need to focus and play the game instead of just jumping to their crazy conclusions and, just trying to push their agenda. And, just play the game yourself, okay? Don't watch all these people reviewing the game. Just play it yourself, form your own opinion. That's the best thing you can do in life, not just with entertainment, okay? And realize it's not going to live up to the hype. Sorry. Oh, jeez, I thought I was gonna have a brain aneurysm or just a sneeze, I'm not sure. Anyway, that's the end of the video, my sinners. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, drop a like, subscribe. If you're new, that would mean a great deal to me, and check out the links. And I'll see you in the next video. Have yourselves a blessed day, and peace out. And enjoy the world of Night City, because hey, we can't do anything else in the real world. That's 2020. Okay, bye-bye.